Hello guys, how you doing? How you doing? It's Brother Mason, and welcome once again to the Metaphysical Academy. I just want to say thank you for each and every single one of you for coming and joining me. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whatever you might be doing. And hopefully you are blessed and you are safe and you are happy. Okay. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are today is actually Sunday, the 15th of March, and we are, and when I say we, I'm talking about us as a human race. We are currently faced with a pandemic. We are faced with a global threat, and it's a global disease, which is called coronavirus. And this disease is a threat to each and every single person. It does not matter where you're from. It does not matter where you are. It does not matter how old you are. It does not matter what color you are. It does not matter how much money you've got in your bank account. It does not matter what job do you do. It does not matter where you live. We are all at the mercy of this global threat or global disease. And this coronavirus, in my opinion, it's a somber reminder of what we as a human race are supposed to be doing in the first place. Because the experts, I mean, the doctors and all the people working health and social care, they advise us to always stay safe and do the basic personal hygiene, like washing your hands, and make sure you do not contaminate other people, and just make sure that you're looking after yourself and you do not put other people at risk. Right now, for me, this is a somber reminder. Since we are at the Metaphysical Academy over here, it's a somber reminder of the things that we need to be doing as a collective consciousness. And we're going back to the basics, ladies and gentlemen. We're going back to the golden rule. And the golden rule is do unto others the same you wish that to be done unto you. Do unto others what you wish to be done to you. Okay? Or look after yourself and look after others. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, as a human race, as human beings, we need, I know that we are faced with this pandemic, and a lot of people have died, and a lot of people are gonna die. A lot of people are gonna lose their life because it's a new disease that has got. We haven't got any treatment for it. We haven't got any um, scientifically proven treatment that has been confirmed that could get rid of the illness. Okay, so at this very moment of time, it's an illness that is untreatable. So you are gonna rely on your own very own basic hygiene standards and your very own immune system. Okay, if your immune system is good, or hopefully you might withstand this coronavirus, which is a global threat. And I'm talking about global. I'm talking about, it does not matter. It transcends whatever borders, continents. Okay, this is a threat to the human race who are on Earth. Okay, like I said, this disease, coronavirus, is a somber reminder of what we ought to be doing as a human race. We need to put love and care for other people at the very, very pinnacle, at the very top of our priorities. We need to contribute positively to the collective consciousness. We need to be looking after other people. We need to be caring for other people. We need to always not just look after ourselves, but always make sure other people they are safe and are happy and they are protected. This virus, even though it's a global threat, which is going to wipe out a lot of people, there's gonna be so much fatalities. A lot of people, loved ones, are gonna lose their lives. But at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, it's a somber reminder that we need to put love, sympathy, empathy at the very, very, very first position. We need to care for other people, look out for other people. Whatever you do in your own life, make sure it doesn't have no repercussions to other people. It doesn't have a negative effect to other people. And the doctors and the healthcare professionals, that tell us if you are infected with this illness, you need to isolate yourself. And when you isolate yourself, you're giving other people a chance. You're not going to infect other people. And to me, this goes back. It's a somber reminder of our metaphysical teachings over here. Love and sympathy and empathy is at the very top of our, it should be at the very top of our priority. We need to look after ourselves. We need to look after others. We need to have love and genuine love for other people. Look after other people. Do not just think about yourself. We need to contribute to the collective consciousness. It's not just about you. For the human race to progress, for the human race to survive, to go to the next millennium, to go to the next life, for human rights to exist in this world, is going to be upon you. It's going to be upon your responsibility. It's going to be upon your way of thinking. Do you just think about yourself, or do you think about other people? Do you care about yourself, or do you just care? Do you care about other people, or do you just care about yourself? We need to remind ourselves that we are a human race. Do you know what? A human race, it does not matter what color you are. It does not matter what age you are. It does not matter what ethnicity you are. It does not matter what geographical position you were born at. What matters is you are a human being. And as a human being, we need to look after each other. And as a human being, we need to care for each other. We need to love each other. This coronavirus is pandemic and as fatal as it is, as global threat as it is, it's also a somber reminder of us going back to the basics. And the basics are take care of other people. Do not be selfish. Do not just think about yourself. Be there for other people. We are all one, basically. And yet, these metaphysical teachings, we always teach that we are all one. Divinity is one. There is no separation. So you, by looking after others and looking after yourself and others, you are looking after every single person who is in existence. It's not just about you. There is no separation between me and you. Just because I was born in a different geographical location from you, it does not mean that you and me are different. Just because I've got different skin pigmentation, it does not mean that me and you are different. Just because I talk differently in a different language accent than you, it does not mean me and you are different. Just because I act dress differently, it does not mean that me and you are different. These are all cultural and traditional differences. But cultural, traditional, and geographical differences should not be separating us as a human race. We are all one. And as one human race, we need to look after each other. We need to always be there for each other. We are faced, like I say to you today, ladies and gentlemen, today is the 15th of, it's Sunday, the 15th of March, 2020, and we are faced with a with a global threat, a global disease, a pandemic which is everywhere. It's in Europe, it's in Africa, it's in Asia, it's in America, it's everywhere. And we, human race, we human beings, we are at risk of losing our lives. There's going to be so much fatalities. There's going to be loved ones losing out their lives. And you know what? This disease is not going to choose. It's not going to care what pigmentation you have. It's not going to look at what color you are. It's not going to look at what age, what sexuality, what gender you are. It's not going to look at what geographical position you are. It's not going to look at what job you do, what passport you've got, what birth certificate you've got. It's not going to look at what money, how much money you've got in your bank account. It's not going to look at that. So this is a somber reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that we If we do not look after ourselves, nobody else is going to look after self. If we do not care for each other, nobody else is going to care for us. As a human race, if we do not put responsibilities in our own hands, we might all be wiped out on this planet Earth, and there won't be no human beings alive. We need to go back to the basics, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to the golden rule. Do unto others the same you wish to be done unto you. Love thy neighbors. Care for other people. Look out for other people. Be your brother's keeper. Be your sister's keeper. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very important. We need to go back to the basics. Put all of our differences and our egos aside. Let's forget that I know that we've been hypnotized by the media, by politics, and everything else. We've been hypnotized to make us think that we are so different from each other just because I come from third world country and somebody comes from a first world country, and we are different people. Just because I've got a different skin pigmentation, that means me and you are different. Just because I haven't got I do not come from an affluent family, me and you are different. I do not talk the way you talk, then me and you are different. I do not come from a same geographical location as you do, that does mean me and you are different. We've been hypnotized, we've been bamboozled, we've been these things have been put inside our head so that we can separate each other. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you today, we do not need to be separating each other. We are just one family. We are one race. We are a human race. As a matter of fact, we are all one, because there is nothing else. There's only one divinity. The creative power which is everywhere is just one. There is no separation. This is what we teach over here at the metaphysical teachings. This coronavirus, which is a global threat, which is going to wipe out a lot of people, it's a somber reminder of what we ought to be doing as a human race, ladies and gentlemen. We need to go back. Let's have some brotherly love. Let's care for each other. Let's be there for one another. Okay? When the doctors and when the professionals are telling you, wash your hands, make sure when you cough or when you use a tissue, and whatever you're doing, just practice personal hygiene all the time, because not only are you protecting yourself, but you're protecting other people as well. This is a somber reminder of what we need to go back to. The philosophy we need to go back to, and the philosophy is be there for each other. A philosophy is be there for one another. We are one human race. Yes, politics, media have convinced us that I am from a different continent, I am from a different ethnicity, I'm from a different culture and tradition. So me and you are different. This is what the media and politics have convinced us. But this is not true, ladies and gentlemen. This is not true. When you go to a garden full of flowers, you're going to see different flowers of different colors. What makes that garden so beautiful is the differences of flowers. What makes that garden so beautiful is the composition and the structure of those flowers. They're also different, but it's a beauty. It's a beauty for the eyes to see when you look at them. Why is it beautiful? Because they're all different, but they're all the same. They're all still flowers. And ladies and gentlemen, I know that we are faced with a global threat at the moment, and I know that a lot of people are going to be sad, a lot of people are going to lose their loved ones, and I know that a lot of people is going to depress, it is going to stress a lot of people. But let's go back to the old ways. Let's care for one another. Let's think not just about yourself. Let's think about other people. This is what divinity is all about. This is what we are here to be. We are here to be, to evolve, and for the creative power which is within us to evolve. Okay, There is no separation between you and the next person. There's no separation between you and the other person. We are one race, a human race. As a matter of fact, we are not even a human race. We are a divine presence. Only one divine presence, which is manifesting itself within me, you, him, and her. That is what it's all about. So this is a somber reminder. Of course, we need to listen to what our doctors and our health professionals are telling us, that we need to adhere to basic forms of hygiene and all of that, in order to contain and to stop this spreading, spreading of this pandemic, which is everywhere. A lot of people have died. A lot of people lost their lives, and we don't want to lose other people more. But in my opinion, as sad as it is, as grim as it is, as dark as it is, because this is the darkest hour of our human race, it's also a somber reminder of what you, me, him, her, and everybody else ought to be doing, and which is to love thy neighbor, which is to take care of other people, which is to not just look after yourself, but think about other people. And when you think about other people, you are contributing to the collective consciousness. You are understanding your human, your divinity. You are a divine being. There is no separation. There is only one creative power in existence, but manifesting itself within me, you, and everybody else. You can call it whatever. You can call it God. You can call it Allah. You can call it Krishna. You can call it Buddha. You can call it whatever name you want to call it. But that's for religion. But we know it's a creative divine power, which is a creative divine presence, which is in every single one of us. And we are all manifestations of this divine presence. There is no separation, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we've been bamboozled, we've been duped, we've been indoctrinated by the media, by politics, that we are different. I am different from you because I've got a different color. I'm different from you because I was born in a different geographical location here on earth that is different from you. I'm different from you because I haven't got the same type of education that you have. I'm different from you because I do not come from the same affluent family as you have. I'm different from you because I've got a different passport than you have. I'm different from you because I haven't got much amount of money that you have. I'm different from you because you work in a different place than I do. I'm different from you because you are a skilled worker. I'm a low skilled worker. I'm different from you because I'm an immigrant. I'm a foreigner and you are not. This is what politics, the media has done to us. But ladies and gentlemen, this virus, this coronavirus, as pandemic as it is, as a global threat as it is also a sober reminder of what we ought to be doing. Let's go back to the old ways. Let's love one another. Let's be there for one another. Let's care for one another. Let's stop being egoistic for 1 second and think about your neighbor. Do unto others the same way you like to be, for that to be done unto you. If you don't want to be contaminated by this coronavirus, why would you want to contaminate other person? Same thing, same philosophy. You need to treat other people the same way you wish to be treated. Love every single person, regardless of color, regardless of age, regardless of their skin pigmentation, regardless of their geographical location, regardless of their affluence or their status in society, regardless of their job, regardless of anything. Just care about other people because we are all just one human race. And why are we one human race? There's a divine presence which is manifesting in every single one of us. Consciousness, you call it whatever you want to call it, but it's an infinite conscious energy, infinite consciousness, which is in me and you. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a reminder to you There's a reminder to your friends. There's a reminder to every single person. We need to look after each other. We need to look after yourselves, and we always need to care for other people. Life is not just about you. Life is not all about accumulation of wealth. Life is not just about protecting yourself. Life is not all about you smiling all the time while other people are miserable. Life is all about looking after every single person, regardless of color, regardless of where they're from, regardless of anything. Look after yourself and look after every single person. Ladies and gentlemen, just want you to stay safe and do all the basic hygiene practices to stop this contamination of this pandemic of coronavirus, which is everywhere. But also a sober reminder, look after every single person. And love every single person the way you love yourself. Treat other person the way you treat yourself. Thank you very much. And look after yourself, okay? All right. Bye-bye.